This is the Marquette Game Plan, the assistant coach's pregame interview brought to you by Town Bank, the official bank of Marquette University. Happy to start the season and start it with Dwayne Killings, associate head coach now. First of all, just playing is fantastic. Do you agree?
Man, who are you telling? It's been an interesting journey to get to this day. Just through all the things that I think our kids have endured over the last few months. But we're here. It's been different. We're used to having, over 30 practices and summer workouts. And, we didn't have that many opportunities, but our kids have been tremendous. And I think the most impressive thing about our student athletes is they're extremely resilient and they've adjusted, they've adapted, and now they got a great opportunity to compete against somebody else. And we're super excited for a chance to play tonight.
Everybody wants to talk about basketball, but I have to ask, what's been the toughest part? What can you tell people that they have no idea about because they just haven't been in this kind of a situation and the circle that you are clearly in?
Yeah, I think there's a bunch of distractions in some way, shape, or form. I mean, we've never once had to go through having a COVID test, earlier in the day and have that pensive energy trying to make sure that, you all pass that, you get negative results so we can practice. We've never once had to communicate with mask on or even practice with mask on going back a few weeks ago. But, I think, again, our kids are so committed to each other and the opportunity to play, compete, and get better that they've just taken each thing that's been thrown at them and found a way just to deal with each thing that kind of takes away in this moment from the normalcy that we're all used to, and just, we're going to deal with it, get better, and keep moving. And we're excited that we can now play. And I think the biggest part is that our university has been extremely cautious to make sure that we can do everything we need to do to compete today, but approach it all in a healthy manner and a healthy mindset.
So much new about this team. What do you want to say first, either about the style or the players? What's at the top of your list?
I think versatility. We have a different kind of team from what we've had my first 2 years here at Marquette. And we're going to play different. You're going to see a different offensive flow. I think you'll see different guys being able to do different things, like Theo John and our other forwards, our three freshmen that have joined our program. We're going to put them out on the perimeter. They're going to be able to handle the ball and pass the ball and make plays and initiate our offense in different ways. I think we've seen guys grow into new roles. When you talk about Samir Torrance, Jamal Kane, Kobe McEwen, Theo John, he's a huge part of what we're doing. And then you have this unique opportunity where guys get a chance to showcase who they are and show their growth. When you think about Dexter Akano through his redshirt year last year. But the biggest thing for me is our versatility on defense and offense. And it's given us a new opportunity in terms of how we approach the game of basketball and how we're trying to approach winning.
Jose Perez, he's redshirting, but he's playing. And then someone tells me, well, this year doesn't count. Uh, I, Take it away.
Yeah, it's the COVID year. I think the biggest thing is it's I think the word that everybody uses, the year of the pivot. You're constantly adjusting. And because of these new rules given COVID and transfer rules, we found an opportunity to make him eligible to play. And because of the uncertainty of what this year will look like, all of our student athletes could essentially redshirt in some way, shape, or form, and they could come back for another year. And the best way to look at it is let's attack the season. And then at the end of the year, address what that looks like for each individual person. Because I think all of our players, their careers and their track, they're all different in its own respect. But for Jose, earlier, in the school year, we had this path for him where he was going to redshirt and focus on him and use this year to get better and faster and stronger and work at his game. Then we realized he could be eligible. You just don't know, what could happen week to week, whether it could be an injury or it could be, a pause and play for an individual player because of COVID. So it makes sense. Let's get him ready. Let's get him in the mindset that game in and game out, he could get out there on the floor, and then we'll deal with it as it goes. And he's been tremendous. All of our guys have really come together as a team, and they work their tails off, to get themselves ready to compete.
Everybody, right or wrong, looks first at Dawson Garcia because his resume is the most impressive. Who is he? What is he? What do you see? What will they see? And what's the future and what you hope long term?
He's a super skilled basketball player. You're talking about, a top 30 recruit McDonald's All-American. I think he's a modern day forward. He can pick and pop. He's a really good passer. He's got a great feel. He's a worker. The most impressive thing about Dawson, he's one of the first ones in the gym, and he's always the last guy to leave, just working at his game, working at his skills. He's super competitive. He makes guys on the team better because he can shoot the ball so well, but he can also pass. He can facilitate. I'm excited to watch him in his journey through Marquette as he grows as a player, because he's got major, major upside. And I think the other piece to him is he's a winner. He's always trying to find a way to win games. When our scrimmages that we've had over the last couple of weeks, it's been impressive in terms of how he approaches competition. He's a super competitive kid, and that's what you need to win at a high level.
Good luck, and I hope the family's doing well.
Family's doing great, and I appreciate it. And I love this setup even more because I can see you. I can see you rather than talk to you on the phone. I can see you face to face, and we're looking forward to having you over here at the arena. Now, I'll make sure I wave at you with your mask on.
Nicely done. Associate head coach Dwayne Killings. Thanks. Again,
Homer, it's always a pleasure.
Again, Marquette against Arkansas-Pine Bluff. This is Marquette basketball from Learfield IMG College.